I took a fat dub today on NQ, but I also took a loss on Euro USD. And greed almost got to me. Let's break down these trades where everything went right and where things could have went wrong if I didn't control myself. First things first, let's go over EU and the loss that I took. I wanted to see Euro USD open, come lower, and start running to the monthly open price and maybe previous daily high up here. Going down to the 30-minute. When I came to the chart around 8:30, I saw how price had created Asia open and then we ran out Asia's low. Okay, there's my opposing liquidity run. We have buy stops at the top right here, buy side liquidity. Also left relative equal highs right there. And the first trade, it was very clear, no second guessing. I saw this fair value gap right here get created. Bro, I took this entry, stops right below the low, entry on the fair value gap. It targets at the monthly open gap, monthly open price, right? Previous daily high would have been higher. And as you guys can see, my stop loss was cooked. I only risked $25 on this position. So I cut my risk. I didn't want to risk high, especially because I was looking to also buy indices. Now, when I entered this Euro USD trade, bro, when I tell you it immediately rejected, I thought this was going to go higher. I thought this was going to be a winning trade. Like it was going to just displace higher. But as soon as I started seeing this drop lower, okay, I'm like, you know how you get to that point to where you're like, okay, this is a stop out, bro. This isn't going to go my way, whatever, right? But I'm only risking $25, so it is what it is, bruh. We started going up again, and around this time, I was looking to enter NQ. So let's break down that NQ buy. Now, you guys already know, bruh, I was not looking to be a seller in this market, especially if you watch my recent videos. You have this gap here, right? That's gap risk. This gap should be a magnet on price. So the fact that we opened today and we dropped lower, okay, look, midnight open price after Asia open, dropped lower. What did we run out? Previous daily low here and relative equal lows. So what does that mean? Breakout traders are hopping in with sell stops. As soon as the sell stops got triggered, we had a displacement higher. And bro, when I tell you all I needed, okay, this is all you need, was a fair value gap towards that direction. And what do we see right here? That's right. We have a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. And this is where I took my entry. Now let's go ahead and get to this execution and go over the trade management and where things went right. But if I didn't control my mind, if I didn't control myself, it could have went wrong. All right, so at first I had my initial position right here, buy limit, and then my stop loss here, and then but it came into that FEG and barely hit me, barely got me in. So what I did was I ended up moving my position here. Well, I didn't press the buy yet, right? But there we go. See, I got tagged in there, right? Not exactly at the fair value gap, but as it was rejecting away from it. But I wanted my entry inside of that FEG. So as you can see, put my stop right under there, this inversion FEG, and then targeting that Asia high and that new week opening gap. So we came down one more time, actually got to where I wanted to actually enter at, which was this inversion FEG right here. Wanted to see that whole price. And then look exactly what it does, right? It bounces right off of that area. Now notice I'm in that Euro USD position as well, right? So I'm in two positions, $25 risk each, not $50 risk. So I cut my risk today, and it was just gonna scale in when price was showing me that it's in my favor, right? So as you can see, that Euro USD was looking like it was playing out, and there we go. Look at that close right there. So I'm like, okay, this is looking good. We came down, tapped into that fair value gap, and now we're pushing up higher, right? So we started expanding higher. There's that Asia high. Look, Asia high here. This is where I'm targeting because we're at a discount, and up here is a premium from the last 3 days. So targeting that new week opening gap, monthly open price, weekly open price. There's EU. Now I thought EU was gonna work out, bruh. I thought it was gonna work out. Look at that huge candle. Boom. Right? So it's looking good, bruh. So since NASDAQ was going up, I was more so focused on Euro USD. Right? And then I'm like, okay, maybe I could scale in once price starts closing above this fair value gap. And we're still holding this fair value gap here, right? So boom, we closed below it, and right here, I'm not gonna lie, right here would have been the best way to just exit out my trade, right? But at the same time, I don't want to micromanage. I don't want to just exit out of the trade and then it goes my way. But this was a good area to exit out with $5, especially since it closed below the fair value gap that I'm expecting to hold, right? But I held it, and as you guys can see, that Euro USD trade started dropping lower, and then bang, took me out, right? So looking at NASDAQ, you can see that we created this fair value gap here. I'm like, okay, this is a perfect chance to scale in. I already managed my stop loss up to $11 risk instead of that $25 risk. So I'm like, okay, I could put a buy limit there for $25 risk. Move that up closer to break even. Put my stops down here because I'm not expecting price to run back down here until we get to that Asia high. And it didn't get to my scale in. It started running up higher again. I wanted to get that extra scale in because I took that Euro USD loss, right? And a little bit of greed was in me, and the fact that I took that Euro USD loss, and I know that if I win this trade, it's only gonna be a $50 win, so I would be up $25 for the day. I didn't want to accept that, so that was what was going on in my mind. But at the same time, I didn't get that entry. I do like this scale in, even though I had that in my mind. So since that was in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna target higher, right, to that $75 to a $75 win, and just have a $50 day. We started running out that Asia high. I took out that scale in buy limit that I had set, and started to move my stop above here because I didn't want to see price retrace after and come back down and smack me out at break even. But then again, I'm like, I don't like the fact that my stop is too close and it could retrace, hit me out, and then continue up to that $75 win, right? After taking out that Asia high and new week open the gap. And this is where I started to realize that I'm being a little bit greedy, and I'm aiming for this $75 win. It took out Asia high already. It's hitting that new week open the gap. It's about to hit monthly open price. It's about to hit weekly open price. So I'm like, let me be prepared to take partials. So I had my hand on this little partial button, just waiting to take partials, just in case it hits there and then it starts retracing, bruh. I was just gonna take something out and at least make back what I lost for today. So it started running up. I'm like, should I take partials there? I'm up $277. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold it, but keep track of how far it's gonna go. My mental stop loss was at $275. So that was where my mental partial was. I was just gonna let it run. It's like I had a little trailing stop loss without moving my stop loss. And a lot of times these mental stop losses don't work because you're like, it's coming lower, but at the same time you still have greed and you're like, nah, I ain't gonna take it. But trust me, bruh, I was taking that shit, bruh. There was no greed there that I was gonna let that shit go past 275, 274 and not take no partials out and at least make back what I lost today. So you can see it kept running up and then it started retracing. I'm like, I'm about to take it out, I was holding still, and it still didn't hit $275 yet. It's still in reject. And then right here, the new hour opened up. It's looking like I need to take some out. So what I did here was, okay, right there, bro, I took it out. I'm like, okay, let me make back what I lost today. At least be break even for the day. If that shit come back down and hit me out at break even, I'm still at where I started off for the day. But then I started thinking that, okay, I'm aiming for that extra $20 to be up at $300, right? But at the same time, I'm looking at TradingView and I'm seeing how we hit the monthly open price and weekly open price. We don't have to come up here. Greed is telling me we have to come up here, but we don't have to come up there. So I'm like, okay, we have high impact news tomorrow. This FEG and all of this could be setting up for tomorrow and price could retrace. So I moved my stop up at first. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna take more of a loss than I'm not gonna give back any profit. So what I did was I just went ahead and closed it out there and took the $275. Yes, I'm up only $25 for the day. And in the trading world, the trading community, $25 is not a lot. And it's not quote unquote enough, right? I'm not making TJR numbers, $50,000 a trade. I'm not even where Diego's at, where he's making $500, $1,000. You know what I'm saying? $500 a day, $800 a day. I'm not there. So just that alone, thinking about that, like, okay, I made this $25, but it's not where Diego is. It's not where TJR is. It's not where Josiah Kim, who I just reacted to, it's not where they're at. I'm not doing enough. That can circulate in my mind. And guess what happened, right? I was looking at GU and I was like, okay, I'm gonna enter that $25 here, put my stops above, and take this sell, right? Aim for a 1 to 2, whatever. But why am I taking this sell? Yes, it looks like a good setup, right? Yes, I'm 1-1 for the day. I took 1 win and I took 1 loss. I can accept taking this trade and taking a loss here. But can I really accept that? Because the reason why I'm taking it, that $25 was not enough. I want to be up $300. I want to be up have a $50 day, a $100 day, because that $25 is not enough. And I see all my peers and everybody else making a lot more than me. But if I was to take this and lose that $25, I'll be back at $250. And that could possibly lead me to take another trade. One more trade. Just like when you game in with your homies. One more game. And then you lose again and then you keep going after that. So I realized that I was being greedy. I was having FOMO. I was having that mindset of this is not enough. When it is enough. This $25 right here, bro. This $27 that I made today will one day be $200 in a day. It will one day be $2,000 in a day. I'm thinking about the numbers, which most of us do. We think about the numbers. When did I make the right decisions for the day? Did I take the trade based off of my plan today? Or did I not? Then that's a bad day. So if I was to take this, I'm taking this based off of not feeling like it's enough. Not feeling like what I did was enough. The normal trading expectation, which everybody thinks is enough, is $2,000 days, $200,000 days. That's real trading. That's what we all put in our mind, bro. And that's exactly why we push so hard to get these funded accounts and get max allocation. When pushing so hard to get that also leads to us losing more, because we're trying to take more trades and we're trying to make more money. That's why I blew so many accounts. I tried to scale so fast. That's why I couldn't scale. I lost every account that 300K accounts, 50K accounts, evaluations, because it wasn't enough, and I wanted to scale higher, and I want to be making $2,000 a day. The first thing that I should be focusing on is not how much I'm making a day. The thing that I should be focusing on is if I was disciplined for the day. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't take this trade. I don't care if it works out. And I don't care that I made $25 today. I noticed that greed. I noticed that feeling of not feeling like it's enough. And guess what I did? What did I do, man? Stopped myself. Got up. Went to go take a dookie. Whatever you make, whether it's $10, $5, break even. As long as you followed your rules, you followed your plan, it was enough. It's enough. You know what I mean? So if you guys feel me on that, if you really feel what I'm saying, bruh, like the video.